I'm like, where is it? Where, is my manifestation wand broke? Like, what the heck? What's going on? So, and then what's the difference of manifesting versus allowing? Okay. I love this one too, because it's something that I've struggled with for years, and every once in a while I still wobble on it. Manifesting is something that you're putting your intention out there into the world, right? And a lot of times what's happened to me in the past, and as I said, sometimes still even today, is I put something out into the world with intention, right? It's like I've anchored it in, I've said it, this is my intention. I then felt it, using all the basic laws of attraction, felt the emotion of it, became it, saw it already in my field, in my life, in the 3D realm. And then boom, like, where the heck is it? Well, that's where the allowing comes in, right? So they have to work in balance. It's not one or the other. Allowing is when you really get into your feminine and you receive, right? And I don't mean feminine in a woman per se. I mean it in your receiving energy. And if we aren't receiving, one of the most common issues we have is self-worth, that we don't think that we're worthy of it. Otherwise, it would be there automatically. So we want to be in this receiving mode, or there's a lot of things that are in this realm. It could be that you think you have to work hard to deserve it, right? Like, your mind has all of these ideas and these programs as to how this whole place works. And the idea is, and why we call this unraveling your mind, is because you want to get out of those programs. You want to clear anything that is not serving your higher good. Okay, a program that you learned and got instilled, if you touch the stove when it's hot, you're going to burn your hand. That's a program you don't really want to delete, right? But if it's a program that you got to work hard and be humble, that's what I got. I grew up in North Dakota, right? Small town of 2,500 people. I've been around the world. In fact, you can read all about it if you're interested in my Angels, Herpes, and Psychedelics book, Unraveling the Mind to Unveil Illusions. But the reality is that, okay, I'm getting off a little bit on a tangent here, because we're talking about allowing, but I'm talking about the programs that stop us from allowing and receiving. So for me, one of them was that I got to work really hard and be humble. I'm not saying you don't work. I'm just saying that you got to get rid of this narrative and this idea about working hard. Like, well, why can't we just receive? We did when we were in our mother's womb. We didn't have to work hard. We were just beings, little beings. We came out. We were absolutely helpless, and we allowed ourselves to receive. Right. And then the program started coming in from our parents and whoever raised us and all of that. So manifesting is setting the intention, feeling the emotion, and then you got to allow it to come in. So it's not different. It's just working in tandem. It's not in competition, I should say, with each other. It's just working in tandem. So it's a beautiful part of the mix. And I think early on, my observation is early on in the awakening journey, the manifesting is kind of easy. Like, when you first step into the magic, it's almost like spirit's like, okay, let's make this easy, so that they start really believing. And I say they and all of that. And I just mean your higher self. All the different dimensions, your guardian angels, everything that's here to help support you, but it's all part of you. It's all an aspect of you. Anyway, so when you come in, you're really willing to just, to come into awakening. You're willing to just put something out there with excitement to see if it's going to come. And oftentimes it does in these early stages of awakening. And then you keep going along the journey, and spirit's going to test you. Your higher self's going to test you. Oh, I don't like that word, but I got to use it. In an initiation, that's almost a better word, right? So you've called in to your soul plan exactly what and how you wanted to experience different aspects of yourself. And so you're allowing yourself to get a few more challenges, right? Like, oh, let's up the ante on this. Let's just see if we can make it a little bit more difficult for him or her to bring in whatever it is that they want. And so as you do this, you're going to be asked to take it to another level of trust, right? Because in the beginning, you're like, oh yeah, okay, well, I don't know. Do I really believe it? Let's let it go. I feel it. I know it, and it happens. And then there's like this extra self-doubt and universal doubt that comes forward. It happens to me a lot, as I've gone through different realms and ascension steps, if you will. I'm like, where is it? Where, is my manifestation wand broke? Like, what the heck? What's going on? So, and then I get into that questioning and that doubt, and maybe I'm just not doing something good enough. I haven't thought about the intention enough, or, I didn't feel it enough. And maybe those things are true, but it's all the mind. And another interesting thing I'll share that came up on one of my spiritual medicine journeys, I was shown so eloquently how everything is completely available to us now in this moment. And it's such a wild concept. But I was shown this beautiful horizon and this bright light on this horizon. And it's like just slipping through and getting beyond the mind to actually just manifest and allow everything that is here for our highest good. It also helped really understand that biblical term, the eye of the needle. Sorry, I can't remember exactly how it is, but getting through the eye of the needle. It's in the Christian Bible, and I was like, what do you mean by that, right? I get it now. I get it. It's like when you really let the mind set aside, you're going to be right in the flow of the magic, and that's where it all happens, not in the mind. All right, I think I've belabored that enough now. Let's go on to the next question.